What is going on, Set Apart Gardens family? What's going on? Hold on, I'm trying to go live on Insta as well. There we go. All right, we are live on almost all platforms. We ain't live on TikTok, but we live on Facebook, on our Facebook group, YouTube, and we also live on IG. What's going on, fam? Hope everything going well for everybody. Hope y'all doing good. This is my first time in a while going live, but this is my first time going live with my camera set up, of course, and also going live across multiple platforms. So that is exciting. That's exciting, man. I just want to chop it up with y'all, man, because we got some major things coming through the pipe. Hey, what's going on, Rochelle? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody doing good out there, man. Hope everybody doing good. I just want to chop it up with y'all, man, for, probably about 30, 45 minutes. Maybe we might go to an hour. We'll just see. We'll see how everything going. But we're going to get started shortly. I just want a few more people to come in and we'll get started, man. But I want to say thank y'all, family. Thank y'all for all the support, most definitely across all of our platforms. But specifically, I want to highlight our YouTube platform, man. We hit 9,000 subscribers today. 9,000 subscribers on YouTube today. So, man, let's give a round of applause for that, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the support. And again, it's not necessarily about a number, getting to a number or nothing like that, but we definitely strive for growth, man. It's just no way around that. I'm good. Loving your channel all the way from Texas. Hey, shout out to Texas. I appreciate you. What part of Texas you from? Hey, as y'all coming in, man, leave a comment in the chat, man. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know where everybody tuning in from. Let me know everybody tuning in from. Look, I'm outside, man. It's a beautiful day today. I got some work done, on the homestead. Man, just some great things happening, man. I'm just thankful to the Most High for everything that's happening. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin, Texas. Definitely shout out to Austin, Texas, man. I want to visit Texas one day. I've never been. Well, I've been in passing, as far as like had a layover in, I want to say Dallas. But I never actually really been, to Texas. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful day. I hope everybody enjoying their day. I hope you got a lot done, whether it's in your garden, on your homestead, whatever it is. You got a dog kennel, whatever you do. Hope hope you had a good day outside today. Don't mind the background noise, y'all. We outside with it. I just love the background. I love the beautiful background. Man, it seems like when you want to go live and do something, people just want to you feel me? Hey, God bless staff. Shout out to you, brother. God bless you too, man. God bless you too. Again, man. So if you just coming in, hey, what's going on? How you going? How you doing? Top. How you doing? Hey, Miss Rhoda, how you doing? How y'all doing? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. But yeah, so before we get into anything, man, like I ain't gonna lie, like today I was just thinking, like with growth, like a lot of people don't realize this, like you got a lot of people who want to, like, for instance, let's just say have a big homestead. You got a lot of people want to have a big homestead, a big farm, and they want to do all of these great things, which is, don't get me wrong, it's great. But with growth comes great responsibility. That's in farming, homesteading, that's in content creation, that's in your career, that's in your business. As you grow naturally, it's going to become a greater responsibility. That's just like if you say you want to put on 20 pounds of muscle, guess what's going to come with that 20 pounds of muscle? You have to maintain that by making sure you eat an adequate amount of food every day. See what I'm saying? So with every area of life where you want to grow in, it's going to come responsibility. And I was just thinking about that today because as we've been growing on YouTube, and like I was just shouting out to everybody, thank y'all for 9,000 subscribers. I believe we can hit 10K this month. By the end of this month, I believe we can hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month. But as I was just, going through, some of my analytics, some of my comments and different things, because, of course, our videos are getting out to more and more people. And 90% of the people, they're loving the content, got great things to say, liking the stuff, commenting and different things like that. But you got that 10% who want to critique, who want to say negative things, who want to plant seeds of doubt. You're going to have that. So so I just want to let you know, like, whatever area you want to grow in, be prepared for what comes with it. And when it comes, remember this is what you asked for. And I'm just using that as a specific example of yeah, haters. Exactly. You're gonna have haters. You see what I'm saying? I'm just using myself as a specific example. But again, like I'm just saying, apply this to every area of your life. It's not just with me with content creation, because guess what? As my homestead grows, that means I got to keep the grass cut. That means I got to, you know what I'm saying, keep the area beautiful. I got a dog kennel. That means I got to clean poop every day. You see what I'm saying? I got to feed $5 every day. I got to clean poop every day. My it's funny. I was just over there with my dogs. I got a new female German Shepherd. She's actually registered. So I'm finna have some registered pups. In probably about 3 months. But her and my male, they're back there, and she's in heat, so it could be any day now where they do the deed. But anywho, I was just thinking, like, whelping a litter of puppies is a great responsibility. I've done it 3 times so far, and yes, I've learned, but it's still a responsibility. So if I'm saying I want to grow my kennel, you see what I'm saying, my dog kennel, and breed more and more dogs and be able to, let's just say have 4 litters a year. That with that comes great responsibility. With that comes, the financial burden as far as feeding them, healthcare, vaccines, just whatever it takes to maintain a dog. You know what I'm saying? And then also with the litter of puppies, that's potentially 7 to 10 extra miles I have to feed, for at least 2 months. So with growth comes great responsibility. You know what I mean? When you saying, okay, I want to grow, I want to grow tomatoes this year. I want to grow sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, okra, corn. I want to have a corn patch. I want to have watermelon. I want to do peas. I want to do all you. So you got in your mind a plan of everything you want to grow. But guess what? That means, okay, what are you gonna do, in ground, or whether you're gonna do raised beds or whatever? With some of those, like you got to do in ground. Like if you want to grow corn, you got to do it in ground. So that means you got to till the area out. That means you got to, potentially fence the area off, or at the very least, you're going to have to till that area, you know what I mean? And set up that perimeter, what you're going to grow. That means you have to plan out everything that you're going to grow. That means, so tilling, that means laying the seed down, of course, you know what I mean? And maintaining, so watering every day, so it's going to come great responsibility if you say you want to grow a substantial amount of your food. It's going to take time, it's going to take effort, and it's going to take a little bit of money as well. But mostly it's going to take your time. So with growth comes great responsibility. I just want to let y'all know that, like, whatever you praying for, it could be a ministry. It could be whatever, man. Whatever you praying for is going to come great responsibilities with it. But I just want you to remember, while you are growing and you're experiencing those things, not to get frustrated, because that's what you asked for. Instead, ask the Most High, pray to him and ask him, okay, how do I handle this situation? How do I navigate this? I don't necessarily like, what I'm saying, when me being a creator, a content creator, La Familia Garden and Life. What's going on, family? New subscriber to your channel. You and your family are nothing short of blessings. Very encouraging, inspiring, motivational. Keep going. God got you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And shout out to you and your family as well. Thank you for supporting the channel. But me being a creator, right? Look, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, we just chopping it up. We family. You feel me? But me being a creator, right? A content creator, a lot of people don't realize what it takes to post a video on YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you can just grab your phone, record something, and just post it. That's cool. But if you're actually intentional and you're trying to reach an audience and you're trying to deliver something that's going to inspire, motivate, educate, whatever it is, to the general public, right? And you take the time to conceptualize the idea, write it down, organize it, record it, right? Edit it, because I edit and record everything. I don't got nobody who edits my stuff. I do everything myself. You take the picture for the thumbnail, you do everything, you know what I'm saying? You come up with the description, you come up with the idea, all of this stuff, and then you post it. And you get somebody who comes hating. You see what I'm saying? Even if you got 99 people saying, man, wow, I loved your video, whatever, that one negative comment is gonna stand out to you. And it's going to frustrate you. It might bring your morale down. You see what I'm saying? But it's gonna make you feel a certain type of way. And in those moments, that's when you pray and you ask the Most High, how do I deal with this? Now, I'm not saying if it's, constructive criticism, I welcome constructive criticism. But when it's just flat out hate, because you're gonna have that in every area of your life. I'm just using content creation because that's my personal experience. But I'm saying in every area of your life. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have people, like, say if you want to homeschool your kids and live off the land, you're gonna have people saying, oh, well, I don't know about all of that. Those kids need to be this, that, and the third, whatever. Like, whatever you choose to do and you growing in it and you're putting effort into it and people criticize it, or they try to put seeds of doubt, or they just flat out hate on it, it's going to make you feel some type of way. And that's when you have to take a step back and ask the Most High, how do I navigate this? How do I deal with this? So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Allow it to deter me or allow it to get me off track. You see what I'm saying? Because you could put so much thought into the 1 or 2 or 3 negative comments that you're not looking at all the positive and the support. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you one method I do, right? If and look, I said this on TikTok. Got this dragonfly being aggravated. But I said this on TikTok. I made a TikTok video. Matter of fact, if y'all, hey, what's going on, Homestead of Rachel? If y'all not following us on all platforms, please follow or subscribe to all platforms. So if you're watching this from IG, from Instagram, please subscribe to our YouTube and our TikTok channel. If you are watching this from YouTube, please subscribe to our TikTok and our IG. Follow us on there. If you watch from Facebook, subscribe to all the platforms. And I'm actually going live from my the Set Apart Gardens LLC Facebook. So follow us on there as well. You see what I'm saying? But I posted a video on TikTok about this, and the gist of it is this: if you gonna take the time out of your busy life and you watch a video of mine or my wife or our platform, and you just feel the need that you gotta comment something negative or just be hating, I'm gonna block you. Like that's just what it is. I'm gonna block you. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna block you. Like if you say something that's like, if you just want to just be because this is the thing, it's free to scroll. This isn't cable TV no more. YouTube, social media is the new cable, right? Most people are getting off of cable and they just going straight to the Rokus now. So that means you got the Prime Videos, you got the YouTubes, you got the TikToks, you got the Instagrams. This is what all the people are consuming the most content nowadays. And guess what? You had to pay for cable. A lot of these platforms you don't have to pay for it. So it's free to scroll. It's free to scroll. If you watch a video of mine or whoever's, if you watch a video and you don't like it, just go to the next channel or the next platform. But instead, a lot of people want to troll or, just be negative. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be negative, but that's what comes with it. That's what people don't realize. That's what comes with it. Like you're going to have that, like for instance, right? In the rap culture, and I don't really listen to a lot of rap music like that, but in the rap culture, because I grew up around it, what happens? You have big rappers, you know what I'm saying, who are already touring the world and making money or whatever, and you got up and coming rappers who will diss them so they can get attention. They'll diss them and start a beef or start a drama with them so they can get attention. That's what people do. They want the energy, from you, so that with growth comes great responsibility, and learning how to stand in the face of adversity and handle it in a graceful way. But I'm gonna just, be honest with you. If you just take the time to comment something negative, hey, what's going on, brother Rakeem? What's going on, bro? Yeah, facts. If you don't like it, move along. It's just simple as that. I done seen hundreds of videos that I ain't like. I'm like, oh man, they messy. This drama that or whatever. Like, a lot of these new shows, the on the Zeus network and all that, where the girls fighting and the dudes fighting and all that. I don't like that type of stuff, but when I see it on my timeline, guess what I do? Scroll up. Like, man, this is drama. This is crazy. This is a bad look for our people. You know what I mean? So but guess what? I don't take the time to say they gotta be ashamed, but they say, blah, 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 whatever. I'm gonna just scroll up. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, that's them. That's them. But it's free to just, scroll along. But, just being honest as a creator, that can really hurt you, because you taking the time and you putting in the effort People don't know the late nights you stay up or the early mornings you get up, or the sacrifices you have to make to just put out a piece of content that might not even get 1,000 views. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you're doing it for a reason, it don't deter you. But at the end of the day, bro, if you're gonna say something negative, you just gonna be a straight up hater, I'm just gonna block you. And that means if I block you from my YouTube channel, that means you gotta make a whole nother YouTube channel and search for my page to even find a video of mine. You see what I'm saying? So you're just gonna get blocked. But again, that's that's the main thing, the main word that I had for today. But another thing that kind of ties into that too as well is when you have goals and different things like that, and you might not be getting the results that you want from it. You might not be reaching the levels that you think you should reach, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It could be your job or your business or whatever. You're gonna get frustrated. That's natural. But instead of getting mad and channeling all that energy into anger, just get better. You see what I'm saying? Because one thing I have learned, in life, and trying to, achieve success and different things like that, is that you're not serving yourself, but you're serving people. And if you're not serving the people the way they want to be served, and they're not responding to what you're putting out, make it better and see how you can serve better and see how you can make a greater impact. See how you can add value to people. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm be honest, for so long, I was making videos that I like. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, this would be a good one. That'd be good. Instead of saying, you know what, let me see what people are responding to. Let me see what's trending right now. Let me see what people are being motivated by and what people are actually looking for. And let me make videos surrounding that. You know what I mean? It's the same thing if you want to go into business. You're going to have to feel a need. You can't just say, well, I want to make a business about this because I think it'll be cool. No, see what is needed. And if you got an idea, see if, okay, how can I make this an asset to people instead of just having a sense of entitlement as far as, well, people are just supposed to respond because I'm doing it. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. We 100% don't feed into strife bait at all. At all. Yeah, man, we don't. We don't. But look, we had 9,000 subscribers. That is, man, I'm going to just be honest with you. I remember having 0, right? I remember, you know what I'm saying, when I got my first 50 subscribers, supporters on YouTube. YouTube is where I focus most of my attention. But of course, all the other platforms, I'm thankful for the support on all the other platforms, but I focus more on YouTube. And that's, kind of how I came into the game with it. But I can remember having my first 50 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? And really just promoting the videos and different things like that. And then from 50 to 100, then from 100 to 300, 300 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 1,000. You see what I'm saying? Then monetization. Like, man, I remember that. Now to the point that where we're at almost 10. And this the thing too, I'm gonna just keep it honest. There's no hack or, no shortcut. This is all grown organically from the support of you guys. This is all organic in the Most High. First and foremost, that's who it is, first and foremost. But I also like to thank the supporters as well. You see what I'm saying? We almost about to be at 10K, right? And I have no doubt in my mind we'll hit that by the end of the month. And that's just the beginning. It's gonna be beyond that. And it's like I said, it's not just about a number, but at the same time, to see the support growing and to see the platform growing, it just reaffirms me that I'm where I'm supposed to be, that this is my purpose. Like I've always knew that I wanted to be on the land. Like I've always wanted to be a farmer. Always. Like I'm talking about growing up. You know what I mean? Like I've always, took an interest in agriculture for some reason. Always. When I was in high school, I started raising chickens. You know what I mean? Like my dad helped me build a chicken coop, and I started raising chickens and ducks and turkeys and stuff. Like a lot of them would die on me, because I was young, but a lot of them did make it too. But I've always had that I don't know. I just feel like it's in my blood. I ain't gonna say I feel like I know, because you know what's funny. And real quick, Castleberry Ranch. Shout out to Castleberry Ranch. Say I'm a new subscriber and also a newer content creator. Your content is real, and that's what makes you so awesome. Thank you for that, Castleberry Ranch. I appreciate that. I think I subscribed to you as well, Castleberry Ranch. Let me know if I did or if I didn't, so I can make sure to subscribe to your platform. But I think I did. But thank you for that. But dang, what was I saying? Almost. But I always wanted to be. Oh, that's what it was. I always wanted to be a farmer, and it's crazy because like I like to dig into my genealogy and do research. All glory to God, brother. I'll be praying for you and your little family. I appreciate it. Um, when I was doing my genealogy and stuff, just going back into my ancestry and stuff like that, because you know ancestry, you can kind of like look at the census, you know, from whatever year it is that your family member lived or whatever. And as I was going through like, you know, different parts of my different branches of my family, from my mother's side to my father's side, you know, one of the most common professions I seen amongst my ancestors was farm hands, or, you know, something in the farming, something with farming. You see what I'm saying? Now, of course, we know that the reason why they brought a lot of our ancestors over here and enslaved us was because of skilled labor. You know, a lot of us were agriculturalists, you know, on the west coast of Africa. I know that. So it was already in our blood. But to see that, you know, on the census, on my ancestry, I'm like, man. And I'm not just saying this on one side of my family, on my mama's side. No, it's on my mama's side, on her dad's side, my father, his paternal lineage, his maternal, like it's everywhere. So I'm like, man, this really runs through my blood. It really runs through my blood. You see what I'm saying? So it stuff just started clicking. It's like, okay, I know I was meant to be a farmer. I knew I was meant to be a farmer. But I've always had that. Like I used to watch videos on, well, how to slaughter this, or, you know, how to do that, or, you know, whatever, like just different things that had to do with living off the land. Like I used to watch videos, like even off grid. You know what I mean? Like when I was in the military, there was a video that I watched. It's I forget the name of it, but if you look up Renard Turner, that's Renard Turner. Look up Renard Turner, and he's a black farmer, of course, and he was just talking about all of this stuff as far as being self-sufficient. And you know, a lot of people got a job, which is a job. You jump out the bed you jump out of bed on a journey of broke to be just over broke. You know what I'm saying? And that acronym really struck me, because it's like, man, you know, because at that time, you know, of course, I want to say, I was in the military, so I was doing that very same thing, jumping out of bed on a journey of the broke to be just over broke. You know what I'm saying? Just working a career, going into a cubicle every day, sitting up under fluorescent lighting, and you know what I'm saying? Just being in the office all day. And yeah, I'm working, I'm getting a paycheck, coming home, and, you know, spending most of my time and my energy on somebody else's job or somebody else's vision or their goal or whatever, while my family, yeah, they get the leftovers, but I'm still providing. You see what I'm saying? That's the trick. Like people think just because you're providing that means that you're doing everything you're supposed to do. How about take provision to a deeper level and actually truly provide the food that that you consume? And that's what I start, you know, just thinking about, because he was talking about that. Like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? If everything was to, you know what I'm saying, just the supermarkets, the shelves are empty, people wouldn't know what to do. People wouldn't know how to feed themselves. They wouldn't know step one. A lot of people wouldn't. You know, like they wouldn't even know how to forage, because this is the thing. Like, let's just say all the food went off the shelves. A lot of people know, smart people know, as far as people who are in this self-sufficient way and who homestead or whatever the case may be, or are getting back to the land, you know, hey, well, I can get a fishing pole and I can go fish. I can go dig up some earthworms, put them on a hook. I can go catch me some fresh fish, or I can go out in the woods. I can forage, or I can take this hunting rifle. I can take this rifle that I got and I can go shoot a deer. You know what I mean? I can harvest rainwater, or I could just plant these seeds real quick, or, you know, just whatever the case. Like, people don't realize that. Or I can go get a few chickens. That way I got eggs. People don't know the first steps into even feeding themselves. People don't even know that. So that really got me thinking. And that's where the change really started to come from. And, you know, as far as getting back to the land. But real quick too, our website is up and running. Our website is up and running. I'm gonna share my screen. Hopefully it shares, but I'm gonna share my screen. I want to walk y'all through our website because we do have our Set Apart Tribe about to launch the end of this month. It will be $35 a month, but this is the thing with our Set Apart Tribe. We're gonna have, you know, different topics as far as everything that, you know, we talk about, you know, and it's a community of people. So whoever comes, you know, and you know, wants to be a part of that community, you can be a part of that community, and we're gonna all learn from each other. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know it all, and I know that there's people who are more knowledgeable in certain areas than me. So that's why, you know, this community I feel like will be a great benefit to a lot of people, because we're going to talk about a lot of different things as far as homesteading, getting back to the land, different skills, butchery. But we also going to talk about how to monetize your homestead, how to make money on your homestead when you do, you know what I'm saying, start when you buy land and different things like that, how you can make money, content creation, you know what I'm saying. You'll also be able to promote your services, whether, you know, whether you're breeding, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you got a homestead or whatever, you'll be able to promote yourself within the tribe, within the community, you know what I'm saying? And we'll all, you know, be able to be in that community together. And we're going to talk about all these different things, man, just holistically. It's not just about homesteading and farming, but it's about how do you protect your farm? Let's talk about weapons that you may need on your farm. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about how you can make money on your homestead, from your land, from your animals, from your garden, whatever the case may be. We're going to talk about all that, how you can butcher your own food, how to source it. Also, you'll have access to a lot of our digital products that we're going to have as well, ebooks and all that good stuff. But I'm going to walk you through our website real quick. Taylor Chanel, love seeing y'all's people getting back to the land. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to present real quick, y'all. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna just share my whole screen. Let me know if y'all can see it. Let me know if y'all can see it. Don't mind all these tabs I got up. Let me close this stuff out. Let me know if y'all can see that. Our website is up and running. Hold on, I'm gonna check it real quick on my phone. Let me know if y'all can see that. Okay. All right. So this is our website. It's up and running. Our mission statement, you know, some nice little pictures, who we are, talk about what we raise and different things like that. You know, also too, if you are interested in our, you know, German Shepherds, we'll have a link to everything, you know, as far as with upcoming litters and stuff like that on there. Merch, man. If y'all ain't bought a shirt, man, please, you know what I mean? Like, especially if you support the vision and the mission as far as being able to provide for yourself, self-sufficiency. If you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you, living set apart, all these different things, man. I got a shirt on right now. But you can actually go on here, you can shop right here. Excuse me. You know, we got all type of shirts. We got, you know, our slogan, we like to say, if you give them the power to feed you, give them the power to starve you. Also, bring back Black farmers. We got that on there. We got followers of Yeshua the Christ, followers of the way and the light, I am set apart shirts. Got kids, toddlers, onesies. We got all that, man. So y'all check us out. Check out our merch, you know, and support if you want to. What we stand for. Okay, yeah, this is the home. Okay. Yeah, man. But we also have the so with our community, it's tiers to it. So we got a free Facebook group right now. If y'all ain't joined to that, go join to that. We about to start posting more in there. It was dormant for a little while because we were formulating the vision and everything and the content we want to put on there. But in that, so in our paid membership, we're gonna, you know, go live. You know, I'm gonna be live and stuff. We're gonna have Q&As, all type of different things. It's gonna be mainly through Zoom calls. Where everybody will be able to talk and communicate and different things like that. But, you know, some of those sessions will flow over into our Facebook group, which is our free, you know, our free Set Apart Tribe. community, which is on Facebook. So you'll get some of that content as well on there. Also on our Set Apart Tribe Facebook. So say for instance, if you breed goats and whatever area you're in, let's say you're in Georgia, South Carolina, wherever. If you have goats for sale, you could post them in there. You see what I'm saying? If you have whatever product, if you're a beekeeper and you got honey for sale, if you got this for sale, that you could promote that in our in our free Facebook group. You can promote yourself. So we got our YouTube. Oh, also our newsletter. So this will be when our announcements will come out, as far as if we got ebooks dropping or digital products, or just whatever we got going on, man. Sign up for our newsletter. It'll let you know whatever we got going on. And of course, we got our Set Apart Tribe mentorship. And then also I got my mentorship coaching programs, where it's the growth circle and also the legacy level. And these are all the benefits. You can check all that on your own. This is going to be limited though, like the growth circle and the legacy level is going to be limited as far as how many people is going to be in it, because it's only one of me. But if that's something that interests you, you want to get back to the land, you want to know first steps and details and nuances and all these things that, yes, you can kind of glean some things from YouTube, but at the same time, you might have a specific question that arises that you need somebody with experience, and I can just share with you my experiences and come up with certain plans and detailed plans and outlines. This will be for you. This will be for you. But like I said, it will be limited, and we're only gonna open it up for registration for a certain period. I'll let you know when that period will be. But it's only gonna be a certain window and a certain amount of people. So if that interests you, sign up for our newsletter, sign up for our drop your email in our email list, and then we'll get all that information out. But the Set Apart Tribe, like I say, that will be launching the end of this month. One-on-one consultations, Set Apart, German Shepherd program. So that's what we breed our dogs. Farm to table consult. So I can show you how to source your own meat. Everything that I've learned from sourcing, the meat, from sourcing it to how to butcher it, everything. I can walk you through that. Don't mind that background. Sound like they're riding dirt bikes or ATVs. But yeah, I can show you how to do all that, man. I can show you how to do all that. I can show you how to source it, how to buy it, how to shop for it, all that. Also, man, we launching our Set Apart Academy. Our children are homeschooled. We do have a curriculum we go by. So if you want to homeschool your children, we will have digital guides, curriculums coming out, different things. Digital homesteading guides, Young Black Butchers program. That's a program I'm gonna start for young Black butchers and really just young people in general. But just showing young people how to butcher their own food, and just how to become self-sufficient. And then contact us. There's our email down here. Man, come on, man. Then they want to be loud with it too. But oh yeah, and down here we got all our platforms. So subscribe to all our platforms. Let's see what else tabs if I missed any. Meet the Wilsons. Okay, I was on that already. Contact. Okay, yep, that's how you can get in contact with us. Blogs. So we're gonna have more blogs coming, but these are the blogs we already got up. And then of course you can shop with us. And that's that. So that our website is up, man. It's up and running. Let me go back. Website. Can you make it full screen? Oh yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna make it full screen real quick, and I'm gonna just go back through and click through the tabs. I didn't know it wasn't full screen. So let me where we at? Is that, can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Let me know if that's better. I'm gonna check the chat on my phone. Let me know if that's better. Leave a comment in the chat if that's better. If that full screen is better. Better. Okay. Great. So I'm gonna just go back through the tabs. I already talked through it, so I'm gonna just scroll down. Y'all can see everything. Y'all can see everything. And then, hey man, check this out on your own too. In your own spare time. I'm gonna leave a link to our website in the description below. So that way, I want to say it's already in our description, like on our page, but I'm gonna put it on this video specifically for y'all to see. And let me know, man, what y'all think about what y'all think about the Set Apart Tribe. Let me know in the chat down below. Would that be something that benefits you? Like, and be honest with me, like, would that be something that benefits you? And look, first month gonna be half off. First month gonna be half off when we launch. So whoever sign up when we launch, it's gonna be half off for you for that month. All right, let me go back. But let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the chat down below. Would that be something that benefits y'all, the community, the Set Apart community, Set Apart Tribe? I'm just checking the chat, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and wind it down. Unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about in the chat. But man, like I was just saying earlier, whether you a content creator or homesteader, farmer, or if you just, in your career, whatever the case may be, understand when you get to where you get to, remember you prayed to be there. Golly, man. I'm gonna let them pass. But when you get there, remember that's where you prayed to be at. Because a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times we forget that the very place we are right now is it is where we prayed years before to be in this same, the same predicament, this situation, making the same amount of money, or like having this influence. A lot of times we forget we prayed to be here, and we get so lost in the day-to-day in the mundane things, and the responsibilities and everything that comes with it, that we forget, like, man, you literally prayed to be here. Remember when you was living in the hood, or remember when you was in that apartment or that condo and you was like, man, I want to be out on a piece of land, and now you mad because you got to mow the grass. Or now you mad because you got to clean out the chicken coop, or now you mad because, you see what I'm saying, like it's some hard task that you got to do. But remember, you prayed for this. You asked the Most High, you asked God to be in this very same place that you in right now. Now, when you ask them, you romanticize it in your mind, because that's what we do as humans. When we get a vision of something in our mind, we only see the positive. Most of us, we only see the positive. Like, we like, oh man, yeah, 5 acres, 10 acres, yeah, goats, sheep, cows, dogs, nice garden, rose bushes, vegetables, vineyards, orange trees, you know what I'm saying? A well, where we get fresh water, nice pond that you could fish in. Like, that's what you formulate in your mind, and that's what you see, and you work towards that. And when you finally get that, guess what? You might just get the raw land, and now you gotta make the garden space. Now you gotta plant the trees in the ground and wait years for them to bring you fruit. My orange tree that I planted in the ground when we first bought this property back in 2021, we planted in the ground that same year. I'm just getting fruit from it this year. 4 years later, I'm just getting fruit, and it ain't no big fruit or nothing. But I mean, it's nevertheless, it's still fruit. But this is the thing, like, yeah, when you thinking about it and you romanticizing it in your mind, you fantasizing about it, you just think it's gonna all be there day one. It's not like that. It might take years for this to come to fruition. Like, you like, oh man, I want this herd of sheep. Yeah, I can see it exactly. Like, I want a nice herd. I want a nice flock of sheep, nice big herd. But you might have to start with 2, and then that 2 go to 4, and then that 4 go to 6, or then that 6 go to 12, whatever. But this the thing. Sheep only breed. They can only have they can only get pregnant once a year. They get pregnant. They get pregnant. Once a year. They can only give birth once a year. They get pregnant twice a year, birth once a year. You see what I'm saying? Same thing with goats. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when you conceptualize it in your mind, and when you seeing it, you seeing all the good, but you're not seeing the days that you're gonna wake up and you might be sick. You might have COVID, but you still gotta feed all your animals. I remember when I got COVID for the very first time. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gonna die. Like that's how sick I was. That's how well my whole family, all me and my wife and our kids, all of us was sick. Like I'm talking about fevers every day, fevers every day. Like imagine a week and a half straight of having a fever every day. That's how bad it was. But guess what? And barely can move. Your whole body stiffing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but one thing we did, we made it a point to get outside in the sunlight and get fresh air. But guess what? I had sheep, I had dogs, I had chickens that I had to feed every day. I can't let them starve because I'm sick. You see what I'm saying? I gotta still carry this bucket of water over to the sheep so I can get them some water. Carry this hay over there. I gotta carry this over here to the chickens. I gotta do this for the dogs. Whatever. Twice a day, making sure everybody fed. You don't see that in your mind when you fantasizing about it. When you praying and you just wishing for it, you don't see that. You wishing for got somebody wishing for a husband, praying for a husband or a wife, but you only seeing the honeymoon, you only seeing the wedding, you only seeing the blissful moments, but you're not seeing the arguments that may arise. You're not seeing, you seeing the beauty of this person, but hey man, they when they sleep and they mouth open and they drooling, what I'm saying? Like you not seeing that. Your wife not gonna be made up all the time, or your husband not gonna always have that six pack. Like when I first got married, I was active duty in the army, so I had to work out every morning. So yeah, I was easy on the eyes. But guess what? Kids start coming, your metabolism slow down or however that go. Guess what? Get out the army. I ain't working out every day. I don't got to no more. So now what they call it dad bod come in. You feel what I'm saying? And then just the stresses of life. So it's like we have to remain grateful even when we frustrated. We have to remain grateful even when we working through something that's hard. I did pray for a homestead and a wonderful husband, and you got it, and y'all have a beautiful homestead. It looks great. I'm going to have to get me a shirt. I'm white, but y'all doing something that the black community, all communities need. This is awesome. Y'all are role models. Count me in. Thank you. I appreciate that, Castleberry Ranch. And like I say, and let me clarify this. We, our goal is to get as many black people back to the land as possible. However, that does not exclude all people. Because at the end of the day, our platform is for everybody to benefit from and eat from. The reason why we focus on black farmers, for a lot of people who don't know, is because of the history of black farmers in America, and the discrimination that we faced, that led us from being almost 1 million black farmers to just under 50,000 within a century. And that's why I want to encourage as many black people to get back to the land as possible. However, I want to encourage more people in general to get back to the land, because with all of this unhealthy food, all these chemicals they putting in our food that's causing these diseases and cancer, it's not just affecting the black community, it's affecting everybody. I want everybody to be able to be self-sufficient, to be able to grow their own food, to be inspired to do that. I want all people to be able to do that. But I do want to also highlight the things that happen specifically to the black community. But absolutely, Castleberry Ranch, I appreciate that. But what was I saying? Yeah. So you prayed for you literally prayed to be right here. So when you hear and you in the thick of it, and it might be a season to where your land just ain't producing that much. You might not got a lot going on. You might not have a lot of motion, but you still got the land, and it's still sustaining you. It's not sustaining you as much as you would want. You might not look like in the Bible with the story of Joseph. You had the 7 years of abundance, then you had the 7 lean years, but the provision sustained them through the whole 14. You see what I'm saying? So you might be in the 7 lean years right now, on your homestead or on your career or on your job, in your business. But you're still staying afloat. You're still staying sustained. And you might not be getting everything that you used to getting, but guess what? Your head is still above water. Be thankful for that. Because it's a lot of people who don't even got that. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I be dread. I'm like, man, I gotta get out here, cut this grass. I gotta get out here and do this weed whacking, or I gotta get out here and get in this garden and pull some weeds. I gotta go clean this dog kennel out, or I gotta go build this. I gotta build that. But then I remember, like, I don't gotta do this. I get to do this. Because you got a lot of people who don't got this. You got a lot of people who don't have this. You got a lot of people that they thinking about how I'm gonna get my next meal. You got people who think, man, this eviction notice on the door, or you know what I mean? Like people with real life problems. Like, not saying that my problems ain't real or your problems ain't real, but I'm saying it's always somebody who problems a little more realer. You feel what I'm saying? And look, think about people who in third world countries. You see what I'm saying? Who don't even enjoy the same privileges and freedoms that we have over here in America, that they can't really go and buy land because they live under a dictatorship. They can't just do their own thing like they want. So it's just like learning to be grateful and learning to remember, like, I prayed for this. And now that I got it, I need to be thankful and I need to respect it. I need to respect it and I need to be grateful for it. And I need to change my mindset from I gotta do this to I get to do this. Because it's really a blessing in itself that you woke up with breath in your body this morning. That's something that we all take for granted a lot of times. That you just woke up with breath. Just that's it. I don't care if you're in a homeless shelter. I don't care if you know what I'm saying, barely making ends meet. I don't care what predicament you in. You still woke up with breath in your body. And that's something that somebody wished that they did last night and they ain't make it to this morning. So at the very minimum, you got that blessing. And then when you start adding on to everything, man, I'm in my right mind. My limbs work. I'm in good health. I got food in my refrigerator. I got access to clean water right here. I got access to this. I got access to, like, then you start really saying, man, wow, I'm truly blessed. So, people might hate on you. Stuff might get hard. Seem like, you know what I'm saying, what you want and what you expect, it ain't really coming like that. But just remember, like, that's, you prayed to be in this position. And whatever you praying for right now, when you get to that level or whatever the case might be, it's going to come with its own set of problems. That's why Christ tells us don't worry about tomorrow and what tomorrow may bring. There's enough problems in today that you got to worry about. You see what I'm saying? So focus on what you can get done today. Focus on what you can do today and do it with a spirit of gratitude. See what I'm saying? If people say negative, whatever. If people want to be haters, whatever, just, man, tune that out. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, that's all, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. What we at? 48 minutes. 48 minutes. I'm gonna go live, man. I ain't gonna lie. I want to go live every day this week. I do. But I'll just see, because tomorrow I'm supposed to go fishing. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna go live tomorrow. But definitely definitely Wednesday and Thursday and Friday I'm gonna go live. So if y'all got any topics, man, drop them down in the chat that y'all want to talk about. But if not, we just gonna chop it up, and whatever I got, that's what I'm gonna give y'all. But check out our website, man. If you haven't, buy some merch. And when we drop our Set Apart Tribe, man, please, if you feel like that'll benefit, only if you feel like that'll benefit you. Because again, we're not just trying to get people for the sake of getting people. No, we want people who's actually gonna benefit from this and take full advantage of this community. Because my vision is, to have a network of farmers and homesteaders that we can all help each other. Even if we're across other different states, we can all still bring forth our knowledge. We can bring forth our products, and we can help each other grow and become more self-sufficient and, just live the life that we're intended to live. So again, man, y'all check that out. But I appreciate y'all, man. Like I always say, he who has the power to feed you also has the power to starve you. So let's take our power back.